Alright guys, we're back, fresh save, brand new, nothing. I mean, we don't even have a map. We're gonna make the map. And that is pretty much the tone of this series. Things that we haven't done, things that we've kind of wanted to do, but maybe been a little bit, afraid or wanted to stay away from. And I can definitely say making a map from scratch was always something that I tried to avoid. Not only am I not great with the brushes, which you can see here I'm struggling. It will look better by the time I'm done, but right now you can see me kind of struggling. I did want to keep some of the Rivergate themes going, as far as, this is not a city in a valley, it's not a city, in the middle of a big giant yada yada. No, this is like almost like a pass through, and the city was built as an afterthought. So I really wanted to take my time sculpting out some of the map. Now some of these land areas you're seeing me kind of build up on, these are just for background aesthetics. There aren't gonna be no houses way out here or a ferry system running out here. We're not doing that. We want to keep everything kind of tight and compact. Another thing that I also wanted to do is I want to have a highway running straight through my city. Now I've done ring roads, I've done things like that, sunken ring roads, but I've never done running straight past a building where if you look out your office you can see a Ford Focus just zooming by. That's what I wanted to go for. You can see me laying out some of the highway exits, or at least where I think some of the highway exits will go, and the beginnings of our road network. And I'm doing all this in editor, so I don't have to pay for any of these roads, by the way. But in the middle of doing this, I kind of got a different idea. I was like, yo, let's run like a really tight non-functional canal system, like right in the middle of downtown. It gives myself another thing to have to negotiate, another problem to have to work around. And again, it's not functional. It's not like they're gonna be ferries or anything in the middle of it traveling down it, so I could make the bridges really low, almost touching the water, and it was all good. The last part of me making this map was me kind of picking a brush set that I liked. A lot of the trees with the snow maps, they just look trash. They're just straight white. They like toilet paper. But every once in a while you'll come across, and a lot of them are Mr. Mason's, he'll have maybe 2 or 3 trees that have some of that green showing through. So as you can see, we kind of got the idea of our basic road network to start out with. Now we are going to start with a train station, but this isn't going to be a train only start like we did in Rivergate, which is a series you can check out on my page right now. Go ahead and click that subscribe while you at it. But this is going to be a train focused start. I'm also going to lay down a couple of residential buildings, and even before I get into that, we need to lay down some of these what I like to call dummy services. Now one of the things I had to kind of come to terms with this map is I'm not gonna be able to have all of the big flashy buildings, the most expensive buildings, because we really don't have the population to support that. So you'll see me in the beginning use a lot of things from the asset workshop that are a little bit cheaper. Now some stuff is vanilla, like our snow dump that we about to throw down, that's straight up out the workshop, but it's the cheapest one. We will never have the population to support some of those larger buildings, so we're gonna have to let Rico do some of that heavy lifting for us. You can see we got our snow plows on the move. Y'all get that snow off the road, man. Then we need to get back to these residential buildings. Now we're not laying out a full neighborhood or anything. I just want to lay out some of the bigger buildings so I can kind of get a sense of the height. What's the limit of the height? That Batman building right there is probably gonna be our biggest one, and this mixed use modern commercial condo across the street will probably be 3rd or 4th biggest. We'll figure it out, but right now we're just kind of working on a little bit of the road network, and I am laying down an industrial asset. Now in a minute you'll see my stupid face pop up in the corner, because some of this actually came from a live stream that I did. I was kind of working on this building right here and a lot of what's in behind it, so some of that won't be in the detailing, but I did want to at least put that one part in there, and I will be doing more live streams, so y'all look out for that. I don't have a schedule up for that yet. Now this one building right here, you can see I did use PO on it because I wanted to kind of shrink it down a little bit, but we're gonna stick some residential blocks or like a really small residential unit inside and put like 40 or 50 residents. And the last thing I want to do as far as this base network, a lot of people have been requesting it, people have been asking for it. We got to bring back our radio station, y'all, but if we're gonna do it, we got to do it a little bit different than we did in Veridian County. In Cold Harbor, you actually gonna have a building. When you on the highway, you see the logo, like boom, that's where we go pick up them J. Cole tickets, man. That's where they playing all the bops. And I had to tap in with my boy DJ Rucko because it didn't feel right doing this with nobody else but my guy, No Diddy.
It's like elevator music for potheads. It's 99.3 FM. Chill Nation, your home for today's best chill hop, synthwave, and lo-fi.
Hey yo, what it is, y'all? It's the world famous DJ Rucko blasting off. I just moved here from down south, man. I'm not gonna lie, it's chilly up here, y'all. It's dirty snow everywhere. I keep running out of lotion, man. But let's get into some music. Y'all stay tuned in to Chill Nation.
The fuck I'ma say in the intro? You want me to say something so bad?
Stop playing with them, Ryan.
Can you please?
Think you the shit, bitch? You not even the fuck. I be going hard. I'm breaking their hearts. Like, bitches be quick, but I'm quicker. Bitches be thick, but I'm thicker. She could be rich, but I'm richer. Taking her man. Don't give a fuck. Out in the yams. And I'm keeping one tuck. I make me some jams. Unlock that band. I said 400 bands. Just to do my little dance. Bitch, I'm a brand. Bitch, I'm a baddie. I get what I want. All in Balenci, I look like a bum. I got the chatty, he just wanna hump. Walk and start shaking my hips. I'm a dip when I stack on my chips. Sip a tummy, I want the whole fit. I got a fresh nigga sending me tips. Think you the shit, bitch? You not even the fuck. I be going hard. I'm breaking their hearts. Like, bitches be quick, but I'm quicker. Bitches be thick, but I'm thicker. She could be rich, but I'm richer. His bitch at home playing dress up. She must have thought she could catch up. I got my foot on their necks, I can't let up. She all on the floor, so her get up. She my son, but I ain't her mammy. Can't stand me. Eat through my panties. Hard knock life, no Annie. I need a vacay, I'm losing my tan. I lose anything before my man. I'm a pretty bitch, I don't like fighting. On the beat, I'm going super saiyan. I said, mirror, mirror, who the fairest? Leave a bum nigga looking embarrassed. Spend 150 on some carrots. That shit crazy like them niggas in Paris.
Alright, it's them views, man. Hey, I ain't gonna lie, them snow maps, them views be looking crazy. Okay, so right here, I wanted to take a chance for a little bit of customization. Y'all see we got that Martin Luther, but I'm like, you know what? That's 3 opportunities for me to do something custom. So we're gonna do a YouTube music logo on one side with some of the artists that I rock with. I mean, I ain't no giant Uzi fan or nothing, but he don't bother me that much neither. I do like Harlow, I mess with Glorilla, and we're gonna go ahead and use one side of the billboard to advertise for our station, man. We might as well go ahead. 99.3 Chill Nation, today's best in chill hop. It's supposed to say synthwave and lo-fi. I guess I need to go back and change that at some point, man, but we ain't gonna worry about that right now. Y'all can see I put the little magic sauce on that right there on the Photoshop. We're gonna save that so we can access that in our procedural objects mod, and bam, y'all can see we got a nice custom billboard, man. It makes the city feel a little bit more, not realistic, but just realistic to us that's in this journey. Y'all rocking with me right now. We don't know what's gonna happen with City Skylines 2. I know a lot of y'all wondering, man, when are you gonna get the city? When they get some finding in they life, bro, ain't nobody trying to do all that dev mode nonsense just to put a little sauce down. So what we gonna do is we probably gonna revisit some City Skylines 2 pretty soon on the private tip, on the solo tip. And if I can come up with something that I feel like is worth showing folk, then I may do, a limited series or something like that. But one thing I'm just not excited about the whole idea of let me take some fire screenshots and I'm not even really having fun with the city. That's my number one problem with City Skylines 2 versus City Skylines 1. City Skylines 1 is fun right now. Like, as soon as I cut it on. City Skylines 2 is more like I gotta try to figure out how to make it fun. And until that changes over a little bit, this is gonna be my fun thing to do. That's more like work right now, because I have to work to try to figure out how to make it fun for myself. I'm not talking about anybody else, who's anybody else. I know people are enjoying it, but for how I like to play, that's gotta be the side mission. This gotta be the main quest for right now. So right now, y'all can see me kind of underneath this train station, just putting all types of sauce on next to that little cafe. And I wanted to have this Jiffy Lube right here, but I was like, yo, this is a little bit too clean. Let's put in some of these commercial warehouses from King Leno, but we're gonna have to slap P on them. That was way too funny to edit out. I mean, we gotta slap P PO on them, because some of them have the big backs, and y'all know how I feel about them big back buildings, man. Sometimes they need to be slimmed up a little bit, just so they can fit kind of underneath that train station. And I mean, this is probably gonna end up being one of the busier roads, so I'm not mad it's not a lot of functionality going on that street. I was gonna end the episode right here, but I looked up and I was like, yo, the runtime is only like 10 minutes. I gotta try to at least build another neighborhood down here. But that's kind of one of the inherent drawbacks to the way I build. It's heavily detailed, but if I can't do ginormous cities like that. I mean, I could, but they not really gonna have no potency like that. When you start doing stuff like copying whole neighborhoods because you don't want to do no more detailing, you kind of losing the potency. I want every street to feel like a real place. I want every block to feel like where I'm at. If you're kind of watching the footage, like, oh, I remember when he put that park down, so I know where he's at right now. Right now, I'm just kind of juggling some of these commercial assets and making my own little. It's not a shopping center, just a little shopping complex. A couple of businesses, 3-4 businesses, a little bit of parking on the backside. Let's line it up and make sure it looks right. And I'm one thing about the snow maps is you don't have really access to all of the detail and assets that you normally would. Some stuff doesn't really look that good with the snow. You can't put just a million trees everywhere, or it kind of starts to look repetitive. And again, that's one of the challenges. That's one of the things that I thought would make me, and it is making me want to play this game. It's making me want to finish this city. It's making me want to come up with ideas for another neighborhood. Right now, I need a building that's just tall for no reason, out of context. So you can see me throwing down this joint. It's got a 7-Eleven built into it. It's on the corner too. So I'm gonna throw a little fence around it. I'm actually taking some inspiration from one of the assets that I seen in the workshop. It's one of these like rundown kind of New York buildings, but it actually comes with a parking lot and a brick wall like that kind of attached to it. I saw that and I'm like, yo, I don't need to lay that. I can make one of those, man. So that's what you kind of see me doing right now. Just filling in that one block. And we really only have one part of this neighborhood left, and that's right across the street from the train station, which I just feel like needs to be some kind of park or something, man. It definitely don't need to be like a business right there. So y'all can see me jugging with one of these. That's like a gravel road turned into bridge mode. And I'm just gonna make like a little, this was the first street to ever blah blah blah, or it used to be a market right here that blah blah blah. I don't know. We ain't came up with no lore for this city yet, so maybe y'all can tell me what is this structure? Why is it right here? Why did these people in this frosty cold place decide this is something they need to leave up? You can see me putting down some of the little info signs from the park assets. Let you know it's kind of a little landmark. It's something going on right here. But maybe y'all in the comments can help me with, the biggest question of this series is, why would these people move to this ridiculously cold place and then build like big cities? Like, it ain't no cabin up here. It's giant Batman building and condos and stuff. Why? Is it a shipping lane? Is it some kind of busy harbor that leads to blah blah blah? Or I don't know. I didn't have time to come up with that stuff. What I did have time to come up with was all types of sauce for this series. I definitely went crazy on the asset workshop trying to find stuff that I haven't got an opportunity to use. Giant steel mill looking conductor plants and submarines and all types of cargo ships, man. It's definitely gonna be a different vibe, man, and we're gonna try to keep it going. And I would try to make the episodes like an hour long, but to be honest, man, y'all see how small the cities be. I did the math. If I did that, it'd only be like 7 episodes, man. I need this to last. I need to savor that flavor, baby. That brings this episode to a close. Now, if this is your first time ever hearing some red Kool-Aid, seeing some red Kool-Aid, make sure you tell somebody, man. This episode 5. If y'all some of them returning folks that's been rocking with me for the long, strong time, I appreciate y'all, man. Make sure y'all hit the like, y'all comment, y'all subscribe, notifications, man, all that. Hey, but before you go, I want y'all to stick around for those cinematics, man. You don't get these crazy sunsets on no other maps but these snow maps, man. So we had to bring out them cinematics for episode 1. Y'all come back for episode 2. I'm Kool-Aid. This is Cold Harbor.